championship underway. And they're off in the first leg, and Volker makes a good start. A kind of tardy start from Hagberg, and he drops slightly back. Coelho's still in third. He's going off in order, 1, 2, 3, 4. Volker has a nice bit of breathing room, and in fact, around the Orion-O's, action behind doesn't really matter. The top 6, top 5 got off fine, and then 7, right, Orion-O's got through to 6, but let's look at the front. Volker, very quick off this down. He's much quicker at the start of the race than he was in the practice final. Don't know if they may have changed the car, but he's managed to get himself a nice little gap. And in fact, more importantly, there's a nice little gap from Hagberg back through to Coelho. So they've actually stretched out. They were nose to tail in the practice final. Now, Hagberg now working himself in. Last lap round, he lost about 9/10. But he knows it's a 5-minute race. You have to play the tyres. It's incredibly hot now, so there's going to be tyres that come in and go out. But it's Volker with the Iacoma leading Hagberg in the X-Ray. And we are now just 50 seconds down, and they completely drop Bruno. And I'm just wondering if Bruno's going out on old tyres for this one. I wonder if Bruno's going out on old tyres for this one. He's dropped so far off them compared to what happened in the first heat. And Hagberg now beginning to get closer and closer and closer. So my feeling is that Bruno's gone off on old tyres, thinking I can get third anyway, whatever happens. And I'll use my tyres. I had one run on them last night, and then I'll have a set of new tyres for the next heat. Hagberg now getting close to Volker. This is where the battle is going around the Orion-O. A minute and a half down, almost 3.5 to go in this first leg of the A final of the 1/10 touring cars. Hagberg now comes up to the Montec M, and this is where he sat for most of the practice final, looking to see if he could find a mistake from Volker. Volker, that early lead has disappeared, and Hagberg's played himself in, probably because he knew he had no pressure from Coelho. He must have known Coelho's tapped in. He's right, oh, he's tapped in. This is a nightmare because he's got to wait. And is it going to be enough for Bruno to get past? It is, and Bruno gets past, and it's now. Ooh, that's because Bruno got past and then got confused, and now look, Bruno is actually letting Hagberg back through again. He knows the tyre strategy. They had to wait so long because of the accident, but Bruno knows the strategy, so he's let Hagberg go through. That was why he's so reticent to let him through when they came up the hill, because he knows what they're trying to do. In the melee, Harper's got through to third, but fourth race dropped. But now that's a telling part of the race there. Bruno couldn't try to get it through. At that point, he let Hagberg go back, because it's not the strategy for him to attack Ronald this race. He must be the strategy to let him attack Ronald next race on fresh tyres. Hagberg now. Luckily, because they had to wait so long, in fact, for a while, Hagberg took him in front and then let him pass because he was panicking. He didn't lose any time. And they're back behind again. So Volker making his car bigger than the biggest thing in Christmas. As he goes round the second FRE down the main straight. And Hagberg now is faced with the same problem he had 2 years ago. How the hell did he get past Volker, who can drive perfectly every lap, probably for an hour, not just for 5 minutes? What is he thinking of? Where do I go? He's tried once, didn't work. Looking a bit wide line into the Team Durango D, looking to see where he can hold a string sort of speed. Now he's going to look to push hard. The job which Coelho does is trying to hold back Harper. He's going okay at the moment, but Harper has more speed than Coelho as well. And now it's up the same line. Just sitting on the apex. Volker is just sitting on the apex with 1:40 to go, 3 minutes 20 gone. First person to pull out is car 8 of Oliver Bultnick, but that's a bit late really to gain the tyre advantage. Down the straight again into the Durango D. I think Hagberg could wait all year for a mistake. He's got to force the mistake from Volker, but Volker is just running the lines. These guys do thousands and thousands of laps. They know what they're doing. They know how to drive. It's only the nerves that's going to stop them, and there's not many more nervous when it comes to the European final than Volker. He's admitted he's been upset with some of his final drives in other events this year. He won't be upset with this one because so far he's absolutely closing Hagberg down. There's no chance at all. Coelho is struggling to keep half behind him because he's on old tyres, half on new tyres. This is where it happened last time. He is quicker there, taking as much curb as he dares, but we're down to the last 45 seconds. So they'll come around here. There'll be 3, and he got this in, and it's got him! Oh, what a fantastic overtake! We'll wait to the end to see that one again because there's 45 seconds to go. But somehow Hagberg made a 3-corner overtake work there, and we had that on replay for you at the end of the race. But suddenly now Volker, who he had door handling, he had to door handle him past. He couldn't just say, please let me go, but he got through with a fantastic piece of driving from Hagberg. And this looks like he's going to take the first leg for X-Ray. The next leg, though, he's got to fight off Bruno Coelho with fresh tyres. What happens there tactically now? And they're coming now around they're going to do one more after this, so Hagberg just has to drive this carefully. So one more lap. Coelho's still in third, but Hagberg finally made that move, got through right at the last minute. Fantastic performance indeed there. That was a superb four-corner day. Volker must be so spitting feathers up there. He's probably thinking it's not fair, he hit me too hard, but no, referee said no fair, we spoke to the referee, and Hagberg takes it. Volker second, Coelho third, Harper fourth, Jeremy Kutoven is in fifth, Reinhardt, let's see that major moment again.
We've got two moments.
Let's go, VRC Pro replays moment one, this is when it 5 minutes and 5 seconds time, the way they get is clean start from all, and the 1, 2, 3 go off, and I think even Jasmine, yes, it has gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, so Reinhardt's made one place, but it's Volker, and immediately Bruno's looking to battle, and he's got through, and I'm pretty sure that was very easily made then. Bruno's got through to battle with Volker. So it's Volker from Coelho. Bruno on new tyres, Volker on old. Hagberg made no attempt to prevent Bruno getting past, and now he's playing rear gunner to Harper and the others, but we're concentrating on first and second, and already now the problem that Volker had facing an X-Ray on the same tyres is, and straight up the inside goes Coelho. Those new tyres working well, and Volker's car looks really unpleasant actually. It's washing out, so perhaps when you get the car to come to the second, third and fourth again. So Bruno made that look so easy, but it is really like taking candy for a baby on these new tyres, giving 0.3 of a second, and it was a third of a mistake by Volker. It's suddenly at the inside, but now Volker under huge pressure from Hagberg as well, and Hagberg under pressure from Harper. Harper looking really good in the old tyres, and Jasmine behind him. So it's Jasmine in 4 who's pressurising Hagberg, and the 5 of Harper behind him as well. So the Como of Volker, white and the sort of wasp colours, the all green and white car of Hagberg, and then it's the mainly blue machine of Jasmine. Now the white car of Reinhardt's in play in second, third, fourth, and Reinhardt now nips through past Jasmine into 4th place. Away and gone, it's Bruno. Bruno putting in the best lap. This new tyre strategy working well, and he is leading by about 2 seconds. And look up the inside goes Reinhardt. Reinhardt's having his rhinoceros, where we decide to be on Monday. And it's Reinhardt now who's made and get himself, must be running new tyres, got himself into 3rd, and now he'll be pressurising Volker. So it's all going to very different plan, because Reinhardt suddenly from 7th has found the pressure. Alex not liking his car on old tyres. He never ran on old tyres again the next heat. This is taking up a magical final race as Bruno just gets away. But can Reinhardt with a Tamiya on old tyres, the 3-time world champion at this class and the 4-time overall world champion, get past the multiple European champion Ronald Volker from Germany, the 2 Germans rivals for at least the last 10 years. So Volker now must have done millions of kilometres with either just this far behind or just this far ahead of Reinhardt in the past, and now it's the European Championship here in Torres Novas. It's leg 2. What can Reinhardt do to go to the XRAY? The benefit of the new tyres is wearing off with every lap. They're getting more and more similar, but Reinhardt's right there. Hagberg still not looking particularly comfortable in having problems actually holding off Harper for 4th place. So I think Hagberg's going to have to think about this for the next final when everyone's on old tyres, but now Reinhardt perhaps lost that initial burst. Coelho, I'm sure, already running it inside himself to get for the second, to take this second leg win and go into a tie with Hagberg on points. Volker desperately trying to hold on to the 3rd slot, desperately trying to hold back Mark. He doesn't, so the 2nd slot, he doesn't want Mark coming into play for the final. He can keep Mark into 3rd, it should keep Mark out of any chance of winning overall. And therefore, one of his jobs is done. He'll nullify the Tamiya attack. Coming down, breaking hard. We now have just under 2 minutes left. Coelho happily away in the lead by about 2.5 seconds. That's a great come. And looking at the other Rhino, and suddenly all the experience of Reinhardt, he's as close as he can possibly be without actually touching Volker. Now is Reinhardt going to go aggressive? Get to the inside again. This is a place where Volker's looked very vulnerable through the Durango D. In many ways, Reinhardt almost had it done, then backed out. And what's happening, as you can see, is Volker's backing up the field, because suddenly Hagberg now is on the tail of Volker, and we can see that it's Elliot Harper as well. And Hagberg makes a mistake, and Harper hits him. I don't think Harper's going to have to wait for that, because Hagberg made a mistake. Harper comes through. It's Jasmine, sorry, and Harper comes through together into 4th and 5th. Hagberg drops to 6th, but it's obviously he's got to win the bag. He can forget about this one and worry about leg 3. Down to the last minute now, and Coelho away and gone for X-Ray's second leg win, but no overall decision. That new tyre's working well for him. He sprint down and looking at it very closely. Reinhardt comes up, he turns around, he's now looking all over the back of Volker. Can he make that push? They come down the straight, they just got so close there, they put the power on. They come around now, they'll have 2 more laps, possibly 3, and suddenly a little gap operates up, just a little minor half mistake, and the battle is still raging between Jasmine and Harper for 4th. But suddenly Volker's got away. I don't know what happened 2 laps ago, but suddenly Volker has got away, and Harper gets past Jasmine for 4th. But what was a close battle has gone. Let's go and find our leader, who's coming around the end of the lap. He's the all-white car. It's Coelho. This is his last lap, his victory lap at his home track to take leg 2 and take us to a 3-leg A final. Second now, and quite comfortable with Ronald Volker. His second second as such. Reinhardt hits 3rd. That's the end of his challenge. Some of the cars are really suffering the back end of this run, and there goes Coelho, winning that one. Takes leg 2. Volker 2nd. 3rd is Reinhardt. 4th is Alex Hagberg. Now, it's a clean start for all 3. Jasmine quite careful not to take Bruno out at that point, so obviously they're working on a lovely start again, launching away. Great start for Volker. We've seen this before. Now, is Hagberg going to hold Bruno up and let Volker get away is the question. Because Hagberg's slow at the start. Bruno definitely quick at the moment, so we should be on 2nd and 3rd. That's where the battle, the 2 X-Ray drivers, they come around the switch. Volker has got away well in the 2 previous, and then Hagberg settles himself into it and begins to make the lead back again. But it was a very, very good start. He had a 4/10 lead after the first one, and I think that's got it better. So that time round, Volker 15-1 and 15-3 for both the 2 X-Ray drivers in 2nd and 3rd. So Volker still pulling away, but of course we know that in 5 minutes there's a huge amount of tyre life going on. Hagberg knows if he comes 2nd and Volker does not beat 5:08, but Volker's forecast is currently better than 5:08. It's a dangerous game. Volker needs to start getting closer. Hagberg getting close again. Volker again 15-0. Hagberg 15-2. 15-2 for Coelho. So the lead for Volker is 1.1 seconds. Lap round again. 15-2, 15-2, 15-4. So beginning to eke the speed up. Hagberg. Still, Volker has a time that will take him, with this win, to the European Championships. There you go. So Hagberg now in 2nd, right in the middle of a sandwich. Coelho dropping off slightly. Volker comes around, looking in the complete control that only Ronald can. He's not under pressure yet, but you can see now, inch by inch, Hagberg come back to him. We're a minute and a half down, 3.5 to go. That time round, 15-2-7, 15-2-2 for Hagberg as they come to the Montec hairpin. It's only 500, so you need to find a bigger game than that. You have to take 2 bites of cherry into your I&O there for Hagberg in the green car. It's the blue with the wasp down the side for Giacomo for Volker in the lead, and the 3rd place car is all white because he's changed bodies this weekend for Bruno Coelho. But now that one time round 15-3, 15-2, 15-1. So the X-Rays begin to pick up speed as the tyres get older, and you can see that Hagberg knows he's got his prey. And Volker has now dropped off the predicted time of 15:8.5. So at the moment, a 2nd will give Hagberg the championship. He doesn't need to overtake. Volker's lap there was a 15-2 and a 15-2 for Hagberg. So Volker will, at the moment, is heading for 2nd. It may well be that even with Hagberg in 2nd, Volker needs to go a bit faster. He's running on older tyres. But this track is different every time. The temperature changes. They come round. That's what it's all about. But then, of course, to spoil it with Coelho. Will Coelho come back to him? Coelho has looked faster in the later end. In 4th now, it's Hagberg. He's got past Jasmine and Harper. Harper in 5th. But ever so inching by inching, you can see as the tyres get more miles on the tyres, closer and closer gets Hagberg. Now, is Hagberg being told the times is the question? Because if he is, A, it's coachable. B, it's going to say, you don't need to overtake Volker. The problem is that towards the back end of this race, there's 2:13 to go, 2:50 done. If he doesn't get, he'll be backed into Bruno, and Bruno can make the move. Then Bruno can pick up 2nd. He will be European champion because I don't think that Volker's going to do a 5:10. And Volker suddenly, he's on a 5:87. Don't forget, it was a 5:83 was the time for Hagberg. Hagberg, he doesn't want to push Volker on either. So they go through the LRP switch now together. It took them a while, but they're right together. Going 700 a second at last lap was the X-Ray of Alexander Hagberg, the European 112 champion, which he won in Slovakia just a few months ago. But the reigning double European champion, well, the last 2 years, so he's won 7, I think, in total. Volker now in the Giacomo is looking to hold him off. And Volker is still predicted for a time within half a second of winning the European Championship. So even those old tyres, he's got this rhythm going now. Hagberg follows him down the bottom second. And again, Bruno Coelho is getting closer. And he knows that he can perhaps hop in and take this one. It can't be any closer. What is going to happen now? Hagberg, Volker, Coelho. It's the three guys. They've been the class of the field from day one here in Torres Novas. You can never count Volker out of the European Championship. You can never count Hagberg out. And they've definitely delivered in every round of qualifying and in every final. And now they're going together. And the problem is, if Volker's going defensive, his times are dropping off. He's now got a predicted 5:09. He needs to find just 3/4 of a second to win the European Championship, even with Hagberg behind. But Hagberg doesn't need to get past him. He's trailing him round this final. It's all about split times. It's going to be a final that could be decided by nothing at all. Now, of course, Coelho is coming into play as well. With 39 seconds to go, there will be 3 laps, this and 2 more for the European Championship. 5:08.8 is the prediction, and they're coming together now. Of course, if Bruno goes past Hagberg, it could give the European Championship to Volker, because he will get faster than 5:10. Will Bruno risk attacking his teammate and losing the European Championship for X-Ray? We've got 2 laps to find out as they go round for the penultimate time, the Orion, for the penultimate time round the FRE, and start the last lap nose to stern. I'm sure Coelho would love to be European champion in Portugal, but he can't win it here, because in fact there's no way that Volker will not beat his time. Hagberg following through. He needs to be this procession. As it stands, my feeling is that if they go around these next few questions, it is going to be Hagberg's by half a second. And Volker wins it. Hagberg second. Coelho third. I think that it is Hagberg who's got it. And Hagberg thinks he's got it as well. By half a second in the end. So by 1.7 of a second, he's won that one. Cars go to technical inspection. Let's see if we can go a very quick word with Alex Hagberg, who has won that by the closest of margins, just 0.7 of a second over 3 legs. Alexander Hagberg, it's only, 4 months ago when I said this to you. Alexander Hagberg, European champion.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I mean, it is a remarkable period you've had. You know, world champion just a few months ago, and now 2 European championships with 12th in the touring car. You're very emotional. Does this one mean an awful lot to you?
Yeah, I mean, it was probably my most difficult one so far. It was very close today with the other guys, and there was no room for mistakes, so obviously I'm very proud.
Did you know, because in the end you won by 0.7 of a second, did you know that Ronald was not on a good enough time to beat your first leg time? Or were you being told at the times, where you just feel it wasn't possible with the tyres?
I mean, I had a feeling that we were going to go slow because we were on old tires. But, I mean, if I had the opportunity, I would try to overtake him. But it would also be risky, you know. So in the end, it worked out. But I had a feeling that we were going too slow.
Roger, you're smiling. That was an absolutely superb drive, because on old tyres, you got within 0.7 of a second of winning the European Championship.
Yeah, I'm smiling because I did the best I can. I was trying everything to go 5:08. And I saved the rear tires for the last final, so this was the only chance I had, and I came close. I was able to pull away in the beginning, but I expected to get my car a little loose, and expected them to come closer, but not too close. So I didn't have to defend the line often, but at the same time it was just not enough. I think 7 or 8 tenths off of the first main, but Alex did a good job. He was probably fastest through all the weekend, and he deserved it.
You're a very, very sporty man. Thank you, Ronald. And well, you've got a couple of weeks off now, haven't you? You can have a bit of relax. When's your next event?
Not sure if I go to like an LRP challenge in Rome, but besides of this, I have 2 weeks off for sure.
Fantastic. Thank you indeed, Ronald Volker.